To excel in the IELTS exam, it's essential to master a range of useful phrases that can enhance your speaking and writing. Here's a breakdown of key phrases for each section of the test. Let's first talk about speaking section. In part 1, introduction and personal information. If you are describing a place, then you can say like this. It's a bustling area with lots of activities. It's quite peaceful and quiet, away from the city's noise. The area is known for its beautiful scenery. When you are talking about hobbies, I'm really passionate about activity, especially because it allows me to reason. I spend a lot of time, hobby, because it helps me to relax and unwind. When you are describing your hometown, my hometown is a small, picturesque town located near landmark. It's a lovely place with a mix of modern and traditional architecture. In part 2, long term, describing an experience, event, person, etc. First about introducing a topic. I'd like to talk about topic, which is something I really enjoyed. The most memorable experience I had was when brief description, then describing in detail. I remember feeling emotion when it happened. It was an unforgettable moment because reason. Then ending your response. All in all, it was an experience I'll never forget. To sum up, it was a positive, negative experience. In part 3, discussion, abstract questions, giving your opinion. In my opinion, statement, I believe that, opinion, especially because, reason. From my perspective, statement, supporting your opinion. For example, studies show that, fact, statistic. This can be seen in, example, one reason for this is explanation. Contrasting ideas, on the other hand, counter-argument. While some people might argue that, view, I believe that, your opinion. However, it's important to note that, contrasting point. Now let's talk about writing section. In task 1, describing a graph, chart, or diagram. In the introduction, the graph illustrates the topic, providing data for time period, locations. The chart compares item 1 and item 2 in terms of aspect. Summarizing trends. Overall, there is a clear upward, downward trend in subject. It is evident that point increased significantly over the period. The data shows a steady decline in aspect, describing specific data. In year, subject reached value, the number of thing fluctuated between value and value. At the beginning of the period, subject was at its lowest point, but by year, it had risen significantly. In task 2, essay writing, in the introduction, there has been much debate on the issue of topic. Some people argue that side 1, while others believe that side 2. This essay will discuss both views and offer my own perspective. Presenting arguments. One major reason for this is that reason. An important factor to consider is factor, on the one hand, argument, on the other hand, counter-argument. Giving examples. For instance, example, a good example of this is specific case. This can be illustrated by example, conclusion. In conclusion, while there are valid arguments on both sides, I believe that your opinion. To summarize, restate your position, ultimately, final thought. Now let's talk about general phrases for IELTS writing and speaking. Expressing opinions. I strongly believe that. It seems to me that. I am convinced that. There is no doubt that. Giving reasons. One reason for this is that. This can be attributed to. The primary factor behind this is. Making comparisons. In comparison to X, Y is. While X is adjective, Y is even more adjective. Giving examples. For example, specific case, take X as an example of this. Contrasting ideas. Although A may be true, B is also worth considering. In contrast to X, Y presents a different perspective. Speculating. It is possible that. Perhaps this suggests that. This could mean that. By incorporating these phrases into your speaking and writing responses, you can communicate your ideas more clearly and effectively. It's important to practice using them in context and adapt them based on the specific questions or prompts you encounter.